So someone said to me this morning, I'm not famous. Why would anybody ever want to listen to anything that I have to say? She's someone that's enrolling in one of my public speaking masterclasses. I follow a guy by the name of Joe Dispenza. Joe Dispenza is a doctor. He is somebody who's also an avid bicyclist. And many years ago, he was in a really bad bike accident. A truck had hit him on a highway in California, and it fractured parts of his spine, and he was facing a very invasive surgery to fuse his spine back together. And he decided that he wasn't going to do that surgery. He was actually going to harness the power of the mind and the power of his body to heal himself. I mean, come on, face it, if you get a cut or something like that, your body eventually does heal itself. It has the power to do that. And he was like, well, I'm going to sit here, I'm going to galvanize all of my powers within me to heal my spine. And he sat there probably for like 6 weeks and nothing happened. But on the 7th week is when things started to shift. He felt his spine starting to fuse back together because the amount of power that he harnessed within his mind and his body to make this process happen. By week 10, he was actually back on his bike and he was bicycling again. But the pledge that he made at the very outset of this process was that if this worked, he was going to dedicate the rest of his life to teaching how the body is complicit with the mind. So I want you to think about that statement once again. I am not a good public speaker. Who would want to listen to me? 9 times out of 10, there was probably a time when you were 6 or 7 or 10 when you did speak publicly and someone shamed you, someone called you stupid, or maybe, the kids collectively made fun of you. And that memory is so charged that it causes, every time you say that statement, I'm not a good public speaker, your hearts to sink, your feelings to sink. As Joe says, your body is a record of the past. And the more emotionally charged the memory is, the more it anchors you in the past. So I challenge you to actually reframe that self-defeating thought, I'm not a good public speaker, to I'm a fantastic public speaker, and everyone hangs on my every word. Try it out and see. Try saying that and see what that does to your emotions. Because now what's different is that you are mapping to your future. You are mapping to your future as opposed to staying in the past. So I'd love for you to try that exercise and tell me what happens. I would love to give you a gift. I have created a tip sheet for you to book your first speaking gig. Hey, let's face it, there is nothing that's going to give you the kick in the butt that you need to be able to get your public speaking skills in order than the fact that you've got a speaking gig coming up. And I'm sure you've got one. Maybe it's a podcast interview. Maybe it's a panel discussion. I don't know. But I'm going to give you a tip sheet on how to book that first speaking gig so that you have incentive to have a different script. All you got to do is go to the link that I have here down below, and you can get the tip sheet there, and you can be off to the races. I'm also enrolling for my next public speaking masterclass. It's for 7 corporate women that want to build their personal brand, and you can sign up for that. It starts on September 29th. All you got to do is email me at info@joyadas.com. And last but not least, don't forget to subscribe here. You'll get a bell notification every time I upload a new video, which is usually once a week, and I can't wait to meet you.